been a wonderful day for the Indian cricket team in Dharamshala. So I will enjoy my coffee.
Coffee?
Yes, because unlike Harshit, this is my tea time post show, and this is typically everyone who's in India their tea coffee time. But Harshit has followed the match schedule today. Lunch at 11:30 was his lunch time. Tea at 2:10 was his tea time, and this will be your dinner time. After the show, you'll have the dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock, whenever we finish. It will be his dinner time.
Early dinner, early bed, that's been the template.
Inspired by your speech yesterday.
What speech?
You had said, no, in India before the British came, you would have lunch at around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
No, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. And then you'd be sleeping by 7.
Then what khana was that?
So basically, since it is an England versus India series, there is context. Indians now are infamous around the world for eating very late dinner. Like anywhere in the world you go, I think two communities, there's Indians and Spanish, eat very late dinners. Dinners are like 10 o'clock and all is normal, right? And Indians are blamed for it. If you go to the West, which is UK especially, their dinner, supper, it's done 6:30, 7, done, dinner is done. Did you know that this bad habit of eating late dinner was brought amongst various other bad things that they got with them by the English?
Yeah,
Two
nothing
Indian
surprising.
shows, when they came initially, and this is before they took hold of, see, earlier they came as traders, right? A lot of them stayed in Gujarat, doing a lot of trading.
Ports and all,
yes, near the ports, doing a lot of trading. Those days only, before the East India Company actually started controlling it, before that. So they realized the locals, because I was just going through a lot of old history mentions of the people who came as traders. They were very surprised that these Indians have two meals, one in the morning, whatever, breakfast type meal, and by 4 o'clock in the evening was their second meal. So be done, that was their dinner, and then retire by 7:38, whatever they would retire, and start early. This was it. The Britishers came and then started having these 7 o'clock dinners, 7:30, which was also considered very late. Added another meal, third meal, and then then that slowly and gradually from 6 became 6:30 to 7 to 7:30 was called the Bada Khana. Named it the Bada Khana, which tradition still exists in the Indian forces. So if you have a big function in the Indian Armed Forces, the evening dinner, late dinner, it's called a Bada Khana. It's a big celebration. So this was coined by the Britishers. And so 3 meals and then went 8, 9. Now it's gone back where in UK they finish by 7:38, their dinner. And if you go to someone's house, or if you go for a party in Delhi, as you guys must have, there's no chance you are seeing the dinner being late before 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Any
absolutely.
chance?
No.
You'll get snacks, whatever, before 10, 10:30, no chance.
11.
So this is another gift that the Britishers gave us.
Well,
Anyway,
they've given us one more gift.
Yeah.
The Dharamshala test match is now firmly and without any shadow of doubt in India's pocket.
100% certain.
99.5% certain.
0.5.
0.5.
Should have done 100 by.
99.5. I don't know. See.
No, okay, let me ask you, as a devil's advocate, no thoughts of Hyderabad or something like that?
It was 190 runs you were leading
It was
there
190, but here the lead
That's what I'm
is
saying. It's slightly more.
slightly 255.
Yeah, so 60 odd runs more.
Yeah.
But they turned it around. Assuming, let's say, you were to lose 2 wickets, I'm with you that India are runaway winners. They are like, this is a race where the second place man can't even be seen. So
Yeah.
even if the leader looks back so far behind. But that's not to say that it's over, because we have an example in this very series in Hyderabad, 190 odd run lead. They did come back to win their test. Is there an outside chance?
But then it's a draw.
Those days also, if I
It's a
remember,
draw then.
You guys, he went.
I went, exactly.
100. I still said that
yeah.
don't ever say 100%. I gave 70 to India, 30 to England, because funny things happen in test cricket.
Okay.
In that case, this match becomes a draw then. I don't see it then becoming a contest wherein you can have a winner. Because again, 250 runs they're already looking at. Then England will have to bat for about 500, 600.
No, you're just done with 2 days, my friend.
Only 2 days.
2 days. And they're batting so fast. And by the way, also now subsequently, as it seems, there is a bit of uneven bounce. Slight occasions I did see. It'll get worse. So let's say if England bat out of their skin and were to give a lead, whatever, right? 400 plus they get somehow. Not happening, I know that. But I'm saying, looking at all scenarios. then again, if it does deteriorate towards the fourth innings, it's going to help, and it's not going to be a draw. Definitely get a result.
With Bazball, there is no draw. There is not a draw at all in the Bazball, because of the way how they play.
No, even jam ball.
Yeah, even jam ball, jazz ball.
So it's not just, by the way, it's not just Bazball that is to be credited for results. Even jam ball.
Gill ball, row ball, whatever you want to call it.
That's why I call it jam ball, no?
Yes.
If England gave it Bazball because of their coach, every player followed. And if every Indian player is following, so you can't give it to any one Indian player. It has to be to the coach.
I remember one of the publications right at the start of the series calling it wall ball.
Oh,
Wall ball, jam ball, anything. Because you can't have a situation, I'm sorry to say, but you can't have a situation where when India was not doing well, everyone pounced on Rahul Dravid, that he is responsible. After the Hyderabad test, he is responsible. What is he doing? Now they're doing well, you just cannot be low. All thanks to Rohit Sharma, that you can't even do that.
It's the coach.
Let's be fair. If you are going to throw brickbats at the coach for India not doing well, and if they're doing well, which they are at the moment, you please very well acknowledge the role that the coach also would have been playing. Unless you say, then okay, the coach is doing nothing, he's a Duncan Fletcher, so then you give the plaudits as well as the brickbat to the captain. But if you were, attacking Rahul Dravid, then you might as well give him credit also for this turnaround.
Absolutely. And see, you're talking about Hyderabad. That Hyderabad pitch was a good sporting deck until the fourth day. There's no demons of it. There's low bounce occasionally. But on this wicket, it's deteriorating rapidly. You saw in the final session where India managed 97 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. The most wickets, by the way, fell in this session. And if that is any indication, when England had the best batting conditions, they floundered for 218. And even for Rajkot was an absolute road for the 4 days. England were bundled out and lost by 434 runs. That is why, on an even tougher pitch in Dharamshala, I don't think England have the, you may say, gumption to put up a fight. They look spent. England looks spent at this point.
Okay, that's why you're saying 99.5.
That 0.5 is taking into account what might happen in Hyderabad. That 0.5, but I don't see it replicating in this.
Only because I remember being proven horribly wrong in Hyderabad. I will not go with a number that big because again, it's just day 2, and if you are looking at a comeback, which again can happen in cricket, you have to be taking into consideration all possibilities. Who knows if there's a marathon knock like we saw from Ollie Pope, then it could be 2 such marathon knocks over here. You never know. So I'll give, let's say, India a good 85% chance. England will have to do something spectacular, and that spectacular will have to amount to about 15%.
Okay, 85-15 for you. I while my colleagues were giving 100% during Hyderabad, I stuck to 70-30 even there, conservatively. But here I'm going a little more to India because of where the test matches are. I'm going 90-10. So I'm saying 90% chance India win it from there. 10% I leave it for England. I may have been tempted to go to 70-30 at the end of today's day's play had England not allowed a Kuldeep Yadav and a Bumrah to stitch together this partnership. So they were 428 for 8.
Yes.
The lead being 210 runs. At best, if you had allowed them, let's say 10 more runs, 220 run lead, then I could have given them, if not 30%, at least 20-25% chance of maybe staging a comeback. Maybe a Ben Stokes or a Joe Root play a blinder 180 odd, which is possible. These are batters. I know Ben Stokes hasn't had a great time, but he's capable of that. Pope is capable of that. Root, one of them comes to the party, gets you that big knock on a goodish surface so far. Then maybe I would give them a chance. But this last partnership, I think, has taken it far away from them, which is why I'm saying 90-10 in the favor of the Indian cricket team. The bigger question is going to be, will it finish tomorrow or will it finish day after? Quick word on that.
Tomorrow. It is.
So then India get out very early and then England have a collapse.
Yeah.
So they obviously innings victory for India.
Yes.
I think you're looking at some play on Sunday as well.
I'm going with Harshit. I think there could be a possibility where India, get out in the first hour. Good chance of that happening. The lead now 255, let's say 270 or 270, 75. Or so that's a full day's play left. I think England may lose about 6-7 odd wickets, and then the remaining 3, 4 or 2, whatever be the wickets, you'll have to come back on a Sunday to get those wickets is my guesstimate, but we'll figure out what it is. Okay, moving on. It's been a fascinating day of cricket. So what we thought, let's divide it amongst the three of us and pick our, usually we want to do top 5 moments, which we do, top 5 moments of a passage of play from day 2 of the Dharamshala test, and describe that in detail for those of you who may have missed, and also to give you a bit of perspective on that. But since we are 3, it'll be just unfair that 2 of us get to describe 2 moments and the other one gets only 1. So let's do top 6 moments. Is that a fair?
Absolutely.
Let's start with the man to my left, Siddharth. You pick the first moment.
For me, the first moment was, you always want a contest between bat and ball. And we saw that in the second session, if you look at it, between Sarfaraz Khan and Mark Wood. It was a contest. Wood was bowling thunderbolts. He was in that zone. I mean, you look at past Wood spells, 150, 155 against in Australia and the Ashes, it was intriguing. Here, he was going for runs. He was already demoralized with that Rohit Sharma hook shot in the previous day, 153 kmph. Here, bowling, full bowling shot, Sarfaraz. Cool as a cucumber, like the Dauladar Mountains. One shot straight down the ground.
No look 6.
No look 6. But for me, the moment of the day today was...
So that no look 6, the first one that he hits down the ground, that's what starts irking Wood. Wood is upset.
Yeah.
The fast bowler in Wood is upset. He's saying, this guy playing his 3rd test match, treating me like this.
Yeah.
No look 6, then what happens?
So the fire is already burning in Wood, and he decides to bowl a short ball. Now, he did trouble Gill with the short ball earlier in the day, but today, close to it, Sarfaraz, watching the ball like a hawk, uses the bat like a ramp.
And like a gymnastic pose.
Yep. And guides it over, and it takes me back 20 years that a certain Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar would do. And to sum up that who is the boss, Wood, your boy, you may have a test
So
experience.
this is a 4 then?
Yeah, it's a 4.
Okay.
It's a 4.
Now the contest is heating up. Wood is next to Sarfaraz, muttering a few words.
Yep.
Angrily kicking the ball towards the stump. He is even angrier, seething with anger right now, Mark Wood. So what is his 3rd option? He's bowled a good length delivery. That's gone for 4 straight up. The next one is a bouncer directed.
Perfume
which
ball.
is gone like, what is that, Matrix style.
Yeah, Matrix style like that. Yep.
Over 3rd man.
Yes.
Wood now is angry, comes very close to Sarfaraz, kicks the ball, says a few things. Sarfaraz calm as a cucumber. Then what happens?
And then he tries his luck with another short ball, but Sarfaraz shows who's the boss. Whack, deep square leg and mid wicket, and the contest is done. The contest is broken right and right there. Sarfaraz 3, Mark Wood 0.
That shot, by the way, that was hit with disdain, and that was the exclamation mark.
Yes.
Like you wanted to make a statement. I think Sarfaraz made that statement. That 6 that he hits, pivoting on his back foot, hitting that. And by the way, this ball, Mark Wood has tried 2 things. Good length, gone for 4. Short pitch on the face, gone for 4. This time he's targeting the ribs, gone for 6 between square leg and mid wicket. And this is an exclamation. By now, he's told, in literally basic term, he's told the bowler, Wapas ja. I'm done.
Victory for Mumbai's Khadus Panti. That way. So that for me is my top moment of the day.
Okay. Moment 2.
I'd go with the way Shubman Gill batted today. Again, was just so impressed. Again, he's shown good confidence. He's grown into confidence this series. And I just want to break down, let's say, the score that he got to today. 110, of which 78 came in boundaries. 12 fours, 5 sixes. So the way in which he approached, and the variety of shots that were on offer today, down the ground, that 6, I think it was to Anderson, dancing down the track, nailing it, absolute middle of the bat, sweetest spot that it could have found the ball, does find it, goes straight over Anderson's head. Then the slog sweeps, was so impressed, and what told me that Shubman Gill is well and truly back, let's say, with the confidence with which he played. The feet movement that I saw from him today. Today was much more aggressive, let's say, and something that we haven't really seen him do much in the past, because we would see him play with hard hands, get into his shell. None of that as we saw at the start of the series in Hyderabad. Today Shubman Gill played with a lot of confidence, and I enjoyed watching him middle the ball, play all those sweeps as well, slog sweeps on a couple of times, hitting one of those to six as well, for a six as well. So I think Shubman Gill's knock was one of the standout knocks for me today.
The thing that I most enjoyed about Shubman Gill was the moment his father was standing up and clapping. I absolutely loved it. And you know, I know that his father previously he had got a knock, I forget the knock, and he wasn't very happy with his son's knock.
Gabba only.
Gabba.
He was like, he should have gotten to 100.
No, there are a couple more knocks. He wasn't really happy the way he played. Today, because you know his father is, you know, he likes technical, aesthetically right sort of batting. He's been coaching his son. There were certain shots that he played outstanding of both Wood as well as Anderson, creaming it through covers. There's this 4 that he hit, which is a cover drive.
Yeah.
I think even the best proponents of cover drive in Babar Azam or Virat Kohli, or maybe even Sachin Tendulkar would have been proud of it. Perfect, full face of the bat, hitting it through that. It was, and I said it before that ever since that 91 of Rajkot, he's a different batter. I'm not again looking at the centuries that he's got, forget it. Even if he had got 50s, 60s in this while, wouldn't have been an issue. I think he is looking sorted. He is looking like the man that we all expected him to do very well in international cricket. Completely clear in his thought process, and that's what, I mean, Shubman Gill, we always spoke about a future superstar. He showed, I think today, and the innings before that he is indeed that. Outstanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hard to disagree.
Partnership.
In fact, interesting you mentioned about his father, because his father's now, you know, after a long time, and we know he's been coaching him since his childhood days, even moved city so that, you know, he was closer to a bigger cricketing center in Chandigarh and all of that. He's finally opened up on whether, you know, he liked the fact that Shubman demoted himself from being an opener to batting at number 3, and he said, no, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't think it's the right thing to do.
I'm so happy, Mr. Gill. We agree with you. We have been squeezing horse.
He's saying, I've left it on him now. I used to make decisions for him as a teenager. Now he's a.
But Harshit, you will mention it in the video, but there is a twist in that.
Yes.
There is a twist. So do check that video out.
Yes.
For that, check out the video. But you know, I guess now he's settled down. And he's also saying it retrospectively, as in he wasn't happy when that decision was taken. Now I'm guessing that he's backing him, and he's now getting runs at that position. Yep. So all's well, that ends well, at least so far. He's looking good in that position. Okay, so we've got 2 moments. My moment, since you picked one opener, I'll pick Rohit Sharma getting to his century. What I really liked about the fact was that Rohit Sharma was okay to bide his time playing conventional cricket. And I've often said that Rohit Sharma is so talented. He is technically so sound that he does not really need to give his wicket away. If he really comes down to grinding it out, if he really comes down with a mindset that no, I will not give my wicket, let the bowler take my wicket. If he comes with this mindset, more often than not he'll score in test match cricket. So that mindset of his of being the aggressor in white ball cricket, I'm fine with it. It's a different format. Maybe he needs to set the tempo. But the captain in Rohit Sharma in test cricket, I want him to have this approach where today he was the one who looked more circumspect, he was the one who looked more conservative, because 2 of his younger partners, the ones that he had partnership with earlier, Yashasvi Jaiswal, then Shubman Gill, they were the aggressors. But what I liked about the fact was that Rohit was okay taking the back seat. He was okay being led by these 2 youngsters who were taking the attack, and I like this Rohit. I hope this Rohit plays, because as I said, technically he is so good that he doesn't have flaws as such with which he'll get out all the time, barring a few things, you know, those incoming deliveries and all, which he can sort out. But overall, see his defense. So he was okay, he's trusting his technique, spending time on the crease, then in between he'll intersperse his good technical defense with some fine shots that only Rohit Sharma can have. 1.5 seconds that he has, which we saw today, which we saw yesterday,
yes,
where he picks up length so early and seems to have, like when Mark Wood was bowling, it did seem like, so when Mark Wood bowls to even Sarfraz that we praised, even Shubman that we praised, it looks like Mark Wood is bowling at 150. That same Mark Wood when he's bowling to Rohit Sharma looks like he's bowling 130. It's not that he's bowling 130, it's just that 1.5 extra second, which is an exaggeration. Nobody has 1.5 second, because that's not how much time. These are words famously spoken by Virat Kohli about Rohit Sharma, that he has 1.5 seconds earlier, just to emphasize on the fact that he has so much more time than us. So when he looks like, he's bowling at 130 because he gets into position so early, he picks the length so early. So Rohit Sharma, the batter, stand out. You needed a beauty of a delivery to get him out. That's exactly what happened. He now, as we looked earlier, is without doubt India's best test batter in the last 5 years. If you look at those numbers, he's a clear-cut winner there. Most amount of runs, not those many innings that he's played compared to people who are right behind him in Virat Kohli, in Cheteshwar Pujara. He got more runs having played less innings. Best average for anyone that's got more than 1500 runs in that 5-year period. Only Yashasvi has a better average, but only 9 test matches. So smaller sample size. Look at a bigger sample size. Best average,
most hundreds,
9. The next best is 5.
And
so,
most sixes.
So any parameter that you look at in the last 5 years, he's been a standout test batter. And once again, sets the tempo. And why I like him to have this attitude, because he's the captain. If he tries to be extra aggressive, gets out, it sends panic signals to the rest of the team. You're a captain, you take your time, you be the glue. You can afford to do that in test cricket. Let these youngsters play aggressive cricket. They do very well. Sharfraz,
Aajkal ke bacche.
Aajkal ke bacche, as he said. Yashasvi. Tell them, you guys play. I'm the senior pro. I'll take it easy. So that's moment number 3 for me. Moment number 4. We'll change the order. Harshit.
I'd like to pick one moment, let's say, from the opposition camp, because while most of the pies belong to India or have belonged to India until, of course, this last session, it was one-way traffic. But you saw some sort of a fight back, and you thought that this would again be a day where all headlines will be about India. Yes, there will be, but England have something to take away as well as far as this day is concerned. And I'd like to point out Shoaib Bashir's spell over here. He's had a difficult outing, let's say. Overall, let's put together all 5 test matches.
He was not well, by the way, just to add to that. Yesterday he was very unwell.
Yes.
And today he was feeling better, but still not 100% because he had a
stomach bug. Yes, he's been facing both have been facing persistent stomach bug.
Better, because I heard on comms where Graham Swan was mentioning that he spoke to Bashir, and after the day's play yesterday he was saying, I'm still not very good.
Yes.
Today also he said, I'm not 100%, but slightly better. Yeah.
Yes, and he's been facing those issues for a while now. Again, it's a tough series for anyone making your debut in India, playing 5-match series and whatnot. So grueling that ways. But the fact that he got those 2 wickets, which then set the tone for England to go ahead and then in many ways have some sort of a saying in this last session, which could well be their session. In fact, 5 wickets, restricting India to 100, sub-100, let's say, score in this particular session. Taking the wickets of Padikkal and Sarfaraz Khan, the 2 set batters who would come in having completed their 50s. I think that's what defined this session for England and swung the momentum in their favour to an extent in a day which was largely bossed by India.
Just before I get to the 5th moment, just to reiterate, I know that they had a good time, and that's what Harshit is alluding to, that being the 4th moment we picked. But overall, I think this is the test match which is really showing you the difference between the class of bowling that India has and England.
No doubt.
Because this has been the truest surface to bat on so far. Yep. That's why the more truer the surface, that's where the gulf between an experienced and a skillful spinner and a less experienced spinner will come into play, and it's showing now. It's not pointing a finger at a Bashir or a Hartley, but it's effectively, as I mentioned earlier in a lunchtime show, that it's not also just the number of test matches they've played. They could have played just 4 or 5 test matches and still be good. These guys haven't even played a lot of first class cricket. If you come through the ranks and you've played a lot of 4-day cricket, you know how to bounce back in tough situations, how to get a set batter out, how to change, or come up with plan Bs and plan Cs, because you've gone through those grind. The more you play, you'll pick up those little things in domestic cricket. These guys haven't even done that. They have been good talents. They were spotted and you brought them in playing their first few test matches. So this was their real test. What do you do when the opposition batters are in good form? What is your plan B? And I think this is where they were found wanting. Not dissing them, but I'm saying that the gulf was very clear. With spinners who have a lot of test experience in Indian team. Even if they don't have a lot of test experience, they have a lot of first class experience. Let's say in Kuldeep's case, a lot of white ball experience internationally. They know exactly in what situation to do. I think which is where was the biggest difference between India and England. I'm not taking anything away from Indian batters, but the bowling quality that the Indian batters face vis-a-vis the bowling quality, spin bowling quality in particular, that the English batters were facing was much tougher.
Yep,
much tougher.
Indeed. You're talking about moment number 4, right? When Shoaib Bashir at least gave England a faint hope.
By the way, just to add to that, he was also one of those who provided England the best chance in the opening session as well. Just that Zach Crawley was late to react. Rohit was still in 68. It could have made a world of a difference in this test match.
It was. But then Bashir's spell, okay, India lost 3 wickets for 1 run. But that was nullified by moment number 5, the Kuldeep Bumrah partnership of 45 unbeaten, by which I was tempted to give them a very high win probability chance. Because, sure, you have seen comebacks in the past where India have been staring at a 274 run deficit, 2001 Kolkata. Here 255, but the quality of bowling that India has makes them odds on favourites. Sure, a 220-230, as Nikhil pointed out earlier in the show, that if England had bowled them out with a lead of 230, maybe it would have been 60-40, 70-30 or 75-25. But Kuldeep now for 3 straight test matches has shown his mettle with the bat. Rajkot, he had that partnership with Shubman Gill which frustrated England and deflated them totally. Ranchi was an absolute game changer with Jurel. Now here, 45 runs for the 9th wicket. India are facing what England did to them in the first test. Partnerships with the tail. Bumrah has sorted his defensive woes out and he's playing the one shot which said that okay, he can bat, was a straight, if you look at it, straight faced punch of Mark Wood. Enough said. Deflated. England are totally done by that. 45 runs, another 15-20 runs more. You are pushing into 280-290 run lead. Can England, has any team ever bounced back from a lead of close to 300, a deficit of 300? I don't think so. Kuldeep and Bumrah's, if you look at it, partnership is the ultimate sign that England are deflated.
The fact that they allowed them to settle, you mean?
Yes.
Before I get to the moment number 6, the final top moments, just to add on that, the only good thing or the positive that I take for India based on that collapses are never good. India were in a position to take the lead to 350, 400 also and completely finish off the game. They could not. The only positive from that collapse is that I think it's telling you that if the spinners are on the money, like Hartley and Bashir were for that phase, there is enough purchase there, which is giving me hope that even if you were to give a 270, 275 lead, it's good enough for an innings victory because your spinner being more experienced, that little bit of assistance is coming from the pitch. And anyway, you saw it in the first innings, though first innings there were a lot of gifts also that the English batters offered. But even if they were not to offer gifts, I think these bit of wickets that have fallen, this bit of collapse is telling me Indian spinners should do it. And maybe someone else, Jasprit Bumrah would be also hungry.
Yes.
Bazball like, hello.
I mean, those
just to add to the experience part, because I think, and this sort of reflected in the way that the English spinners were also releasing the ball. I remember what Kuldeep Yadav had said after yesterday's first day's plays in the press conference that I didn't have to do much. There was already enough pace on the deck. The England spinners, because of their inexperience, didn't know, they were trying too hard. Now, finally, third session, day 2, after being smacked around for so many boundaries, they finally knew how to be, making the most of the pitch, and that's what they did. That's what the difference was in the England spinners of, let's say, session 1 on day 2 and let's say the session 3 as well. After all the whacking that they'd taken, they finally knew that yes, there is assistance, they need not be over trying. That's what gave them the purchase as well.
Moment number 6, the final moment that we've picked from day 2 of the Dharamshala test, and this again, just to balance it out, if 4 moments have gone to the Indian team, 1 so far for England, I'm giving another moment to the England team, so it's 4-2 for the day, and that is the Ben Stokes delivery. Outstanding delivery, the first delivery that he bowls in this series, gets a set batter like Rohit Sharma, who must be seeing the ball like a football at that time. It was an absolute jaffa. I don't think any batter could have done anything like that. The expression of Rohit Sharma really said it after that. Not much that I could do. And whose other expression really said a thing was Mark Woods. Because if you see the replay, Stokes gets him out, and in the backdrop you can see Mark Wood, and he goes like, and it's sort of an expression that, listen, I've been toiling hard for like, more than a session now, and trying everything that I possibly can. I'm the regular bowler, and this man takes the ball. The first ball he bowls is like, this is how it's done.
First ball in 9 months that he bowls, and he made that old ball look like a new ball.
Yeah, moves off the seam, totally squares him up, takes the off stump of Rohit Sharma. That was incredible. The two expressions, one of Wood, the other was of Brendan McCullum, and he was like, almost laughing like, why? And my only question to that was, why the hell did Ben Stokes not bowl in this series? Why? Do you have an answer for that?
I wish I did, because England seem to be thinking as if they are out on a picnic. Obviously they are out on a picnic. They want to just experiment everything when the series is done.
No, if you are a captain, I agree that he's had issues with injuries and he wants to prolong his career, doesn't want to bowl. But you're the captain, right? Captain in tough situations. In the test match prior to this in Ranchi, tough situation. They had India on the mat, nothing was working. The partnership is there, Jurel and Shubman. If I'm Ben Stokes, I'm coming in. What if I had bowled a Jaffer or two, got those 2 wickets? Who knows where the test match would have gone? Who knows what, in a previous test match in Rajkot, if he came in a situation, came and bowled when they were going great guns in Sarfraz as well as Yashasvi. Come in, you could have changed the face of the game. I'm not saying bowl 15-20 overs like the workhouse in a Jimmy Anderson is doing or a Mark Wood is doing, but come in the middle, captain. If you cannot do it with the bat, do it with the ball. Inspire your men.
I think you guys are being harsh on him. Because again, he's been practicing and he's been practicing for good couple of weeks now. We've seen footage of it. He was touted to bowl in the last match as well. He didn't. Must have been medical reasons, must have been short, foolproof reasons as to why he didn't bowl. Because again, like you said, Ranchi, he could have been that X factor
when medical reason, he was practicing, no?
Whatever, I'm saying there must have been some solid reason as to why he didn't pick up the ball.
There is a solid reason. That solid reason is gone. You lost the series.
These guys, again, professionals.
So if you lost the series, why did you have to come to bowl?
I know.
It was done, na? You came.
I mean,
the difference.
Look, Ben Stokes, batsman, absent. Bowler, absent. Captaincy, half present. So,
half present.
It's been a
proxy.
He's been on proxy every single time.
No, he was trying his best for captain.
He tried. But whatever it is, it has been, if in England go down 1-4, everybody is saying, okay, even Rohit maybe out of sheer modesty wants to tell them that, okay, they played better than the last time they toured here, okay. 1-3 they lost in the 4 test series. Here, England had their moments, but they failed to capitalize. Only Rajkot, if you look at it, day 3 was a complete shutdown. Complete. But in Ranchi, you allowed India to bounce back from 177 for 7 to 307. Okay. That too, who was the captain at that time? A certain Benjamin Stokes. He tried. But if you are not able to dislodge your tail, then whatever you are trying is not working. Same here today. Okay, he might also argue now, if you want to cling on to that moral bandwagon, oh, my fielders were tired. Look at the fielding today.
Yeah, the outfield.
That I agree.
Today the fielding was absolutely shambolic, which is another indication. England will say, oh, no.
Their minds are in Manchester and London.
See, they may be bruised.
Nottingham.
They may be bruised.
Or at the golf courses.
No. They may be bruised, bloodied, broken bones, broken teeth and everything. They'll say, they'll smile. No, nothing's happened to us. That is the England mentality at this point. The wheels are falling off.
We needed someone to defend England today. Where is Shane when you need him?
He's there tomorrow.
He'll
have to defend a 4-1 shellacking. Good luck in that.
Okay, can we have questions? I don't think Pawan wants us to take questions. Also you denied our viewers the question. Now also you're denying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Jaskaran Singh is saying, sure, India's lead is massive. But if England needed a place to do a Bazball in India, they can't ask for anything more than the conditions here in Dharamshala. What's your take?
100%. I am really shocked and surprised that England gave up on that Bazball approach. They can say whatever they want to do. that Bazball, they've confused us with what Bazball is. I agree that it's not a term coined by them, so they don't like the term. Fine, you call it whatever you want, but there is no denying that they changed their approach. So whatever that approach is, whatever name you give it, and that approach was aggressive batting. Now you say no. When we play carefully, also it's Bazball. When we are circumspect, also it's Bazball. Playing according to situation is also Bazball. I don't know what is Bazball only. Firstly, they have done a 360-degree turn. My point is, I'm not going to term it Bazball, but that aggressive approach that had been seen, when Brendan McCullum took over and Ben Stokes became the captain, that should continue till this India series. That too, till the Rajkot test, you still continue. From Ranchi, you said, no way. Enough is enough. We're done with this. We've lost patience with this approach. We're not doing it, and they're not continuing it. I'm surprised. Something that's worked for them. I mean, not necessarily like were they winning series, they lost the 2 important one Ashes in here. But was it enough to give up on that thing and suddenly go? I don't know. I'm not sure. They did it too early.
It's taken this England cricket team 9 tests to realize that a test match has to be played according to a situation.
9.
It's 5 Ashes, 4, and then
before that also they were playing Bazball.
That time they were winning, so everything was swept under the garden. Everything was swept under the garden at that point in time. You won it fine against New Zealand, great. You won 3 out of 4 against South Africa, great. But then the cracks,
Pakistan only.
Okay.
Pakistan gave them more belief, or I should say, actually, completed the canvas for them.
Pakistan gave them an insight into alternate reality. That okay, even if we make 600 on roads, we can win anywhere on the planet. That is the thing. And this is where Bazball's ultimate test, everybody was saying, was against the 2 best bowling lineups in the current era. One was Australia, one was India. You comprehensively failed the India test. You avoided embarrassment in the Ashes. But that too by the barrister margins.
There was some luck also going against them.
Luck for both teams. I mean, Nathan Lyon went out of the series.
Yeah.
That changed Australia's luck for the worse.
And the rain?
The rain, but that Australia needed that bit of luck. And England were fueled by some fake delusion of the Bairstow incident, what happened at Lord's. So it's okay. That's the way how they want to do it. But how are you going to justify Bazball from this point in time? McGrath had a common term. Glenn McGrath used the word Casball. Common sense ball. After Lord's, it's taken them 9 tests to realize that. And now, 10th test is going to go down.
Okay, Piyush Nandre says, unpopular opinion. I think this test match is going to day 5. England is coming strong in the second innings. If India took heavy roller, can still survive 15 more, and then England go past our lead.
Are they going to take the heavy roller?
No, why should they?
It'll be the light roller.
Yeah,
but they could. They're only left with 2.
Them.
Yeah.
But then you run the risk of just in case if they have a good time.
Good time, yeah. The first hour, because see, you only got 2 wickets. You hope that heavy roller later on sort of helps break the pitch down.
Yeah, it will, but it's only day 3.
And you're not expecting rain any of the remainder of the days.
It was sunnier today than yesterday. Today there was no cloud cover as you saw yesterday.
Yesterday also, towards afternoon it was sunny.
Today from the first ball itself it was nice and bright.
Day 3 and day 4 is going to be the same weather situation. So you don't need a heavy roller, you don't need a shovel to ensure the pitch deteriorates. The sun is going to do its work.
I think Piyush, you're being too optimistic. I don't see this going to 50. If it happens, Piyush, we will do a live chat and invite you on the show.
Of course.
Okay?
Yes.
StreamYard link.
We'll send you a link and you'll join us live on the show.
Yeah.
Piyush will do that. Okay.
Go down.
What is Vansh Jain saying?
Go down. Have you ever been away from home for 3 months?
Have you been away from home for 3 months? Of course.
Yes. Exactly. All of us have.
We are anyway staying away from our home.
Yeah.
You know, my family home is in a different city to where I'm staying. Same for you.
Same
Only
for me.
Harshit is staying at home.
Yeah. He's in his hometown. Yeah.
No, but okay, I get your point that traveling and being away. Yeah, I've done, I don't know, 3 months, but covering a lot of these sports stores I've been away for 2 months a lot of times because there have been tours that have gone on for 2 months.
Yeah.
Between the ODIs and tests and 2 months, I have been.
My longest has been a month. Nidahas Trophy, Sri Lanka.
Yeah, but no, not more than that. Yes.
Doctor Strange. I think England will come all guns blazing in the second innings since they have nothing to lose. India need to stay on their feet, even they are comfortably ahead. What do you say?
No, I would want England, by the way, in terms of approach, I would want England to play Bazball now. Nothing to lose, right? Yep. What's the point? Play, what if you know?
Leave with a bang.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the only way you'll overall. If you go with conventional cricket, I don't know. Maybe that's the way they look at it and try and pound. I think they lost the match the first innings. They were in a great position, 100 for 1. From there, you just get 218. It's never going to be enough. But it's interesting to note that a lot of people are giving them chances a lot more than our friend Siddharth has given. He's given 99.5% done and dusted. But it's nice to see multiple people.
See, what has happened is, I think they haven't seen England so much in the Bazball era. They have been only fed these highlights that, they are going all guns blazing. If you watched Bazball England carefully, there were cracks. It only needed good teams to make it big. And that's what Australia and India have done. That's the thing. I don't know. I have never been confident.
Okay, what is Rocket 147 asking? What is the point? Is that the only full question, or is there another?
No, what is the point of life?
So, Rocket 147, our friend, is asking us what is the point of life? It's a philosophical question. And for that, we'll need a long time to answer. But also, there is no definite answer. Point of life, what it is for me, would be very different to what it is for Siddharth, what it is for Harshit. But if you are by any chance, in a state that needs a bit of cheering up, it's melancholic around you. Then
what's the match?
Then watch the match. Exactly by suggestion.
Rocket.
And watch us on Sports Today. I hope we can cheer you up, my friend.
And Rocket 147, you're watching too much of Ravichandran Ashwin's 100th Test match video tribute.
That is the reference that he's making.
Maybe.
What did Ashwin say then?
Ashwin was like, simple. You have to enjoy your life, because he's quoting a Rajnikant dialogue. The Rajnikant dialogue states, there is a definite time of your death.
Yeah.
But then, don't you all enjoy that particular moment in time?
Who enjoys the moment of time?
No, until you know you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
There's a final thing.
There's a defined timeline. There's a
but
defined
then you
time.
don't think about that.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy the moment that is going on, right?
Exactly. So to put it, I mean, you don't need Ashwin to tell us that.
Yeah, I know.
Every wise man's always said, enjoy the moment.
Absolutely.
Enjoy this particular moment. And we're enjoying this moment talking about our favorite thing, which is cricket.
Absolutely.
And we are enjoying this moment even more so because you are giving us company. And you're sending in those questions.
And I would like to quote Viru Virus's dialogue, Viru Sahasrabuddhe. Hello, this is not a philosophy class. वो दो terms का मतलब बताओ.
We don't have all day.
We don't have all day. Yes. So that is a philosophy lecture over. Pre-rajulization.
मेरे दोस्तों के नाम है.
Pre-rajulization. That was the best. And Farhan nitrate. Farhan nitrate and pre-rajulization.
Okay. Daniel M. from Australia. He sent us a super chat. He wants to know, will this finish before Australia versus New Zealand? Current favourite 4 is aging and looking out of form. New Fab 5 is got Gill, Green, Yashasvi, Jaiswal, Rachin and Brook. But too early to pick those. They have to do well to be in any Fab list.
Yes. Give them a 2-3 years at least.
Yeah.
Green made it, yeah. But yeah, he's got...
Green is your only all-rounder in that list, by the way. Fab 4, no one has got an all-rounder. That's the thing.
Okay.
Akash Bharadwaj has picked his World 11 at this point to beat India in India. Khwaja, Karunaratne, okay. Kane Williamson, Steve Smith.
Provided he's not opening.
He's not opening, yeah. Root.
He's not got it.
Yeah, he doesn't have an as an opener.
Root, Alex Carey, Travis Head, Shakib Al Hasan, Pat Cummins, Nathan Lyon, Mitchell Stark. Who's the 11th? Khwaja, Karunaratne, Williamson, Smith, Root, Carey, Head, Shakib, Pat Cummins, Lyon, Stark. Sorry. Yeah, he's got his 11. But Carey in India.
In India, that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
In India, that is the thing.
That's the thing. Khwaja, yes. Karunaratne. Oh, I wouldn't put Karunaratne there, but fine. Okay. Who would be my other opener?
Yeah, I was just also thinking.
Why not no, even he struggles.
Maybe you can have a Crawley. Crawley has actually been decent.
Yeah, Crawley's had a decent season.
Yeah,
He can be the attacking opener for you.
Yep,
look good.
he can be. Yeah.
He indeed has.
Yeah, you got a left-hander already in Khwaja, so get a
Yeah.
Crawley in.
Okay, VVSNLR Srivastav,
Vinjamuru.
Okay, wow. So he says, Nikhil sir, I am a Virat Kohli fan, but I feel Rohit is technically superior to Virat. Is Virat? Old interview of mine, not on this platform, where I had actually asked Virat. It's an interview with Virat where I've asked him that, you compare yourself to Ronaldo and why not Messi? And to which Virat said himself, he says, because I can relate to that. I'm not God gifted with talent. I've worked really hard to be at this level, which is what a Ronaldo does. So I relate to him. And funnily enough, in that interview, the man sitting next to him is AB de Villiers. And he says, you know why? Because this man is Messi. He's blessed with talent. And it's not to say that he doesn't work hard, but the kind of shots that he plays, the kind of things that he does are like superhuman. And so he's Messi and I am Ronaldo. And so just that comparison that you make now, it's interesting. If you were to extend it to just Indian batting, I would agree. I think Rohit's blessed with a lot of talent. That extra second and a half that we just discussed, he has that, and that's God's gift. In fact, by the way, interesting, even Virat gets into position very early. He also judges length very early, just as Rohit. But yeah, it does seem like that he's never hurried. Rohit is never hurried when playing a fast bowler. Rohit sometimes plays some outstanding shots that you'll have, your jaw would be wide open looking at that. Whereas Virat has his limited range, but he's so good in his limited range. He sticks to his game. He knows his strength, sticks to it. He has a method. He follows that method. He works hard towards making that method perfect to ensure there are no loopholes, and then reaches his end goal. So I think that's a very, very good comparison, sir, that you have just made. I think it is a fair comparison. Anyone disagree with that?
No, I mean, it's a fair thing.
Yeah.
But do we have a Fab Four in football?
At the moment.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
There's
Messi,
Kylian
Ronaldo.
Mbappe,
You will have to-
Mbappe, and you will have
Bellingham you'll have.
No way, man. You will have Mbappe.
Yeah.
You will have the City.
Haaland will be there.
And Messi and Ronaldo.
Not
Till
Neymar.
But Messi, Ronaldo
No,
now.
not Neymar. Till they retire, boss, you can't. Yeah, once they retire, then you say.
Next
you going
generation.
By general form.
I'm going by, let's say, the next gen Fab 4. I'm not going by.
I am, even though I'm a Messi fan, I have no qualms in saying, for me, the best player on the planet right now is Kylian Mbappe.
Of course.
He is the best player on the planet, without doubt. What he's doing so consistently and has been doing at international football at club level, he's the best player.
I mean, 2 World Cup finals, 1 win and
One almost
He could have
single-handedly.
almost single-handedly
You
won
want
it.
to see what he does for his club, man.
Yeah.
Day in and day out. Just that not a lot of people watch the French league. But when you see him, always the guy will step up every other game consistently. Not only the kind of goals he's scoring, but consistently he's scoring. He's there.
Now he'll have a new club in a couple of months.
He will.
Yes, he will. Then probably people will start noticing him.
Him
because
much
then-
more. Yeah.
then going
The
to-
hype around him will increase.
Across the border.
Yeah, across the border.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real.
Right.
Okay. Let's Naman Kanpal. He says, I really feel bad how Ashwin's batting is declining, but very hopeful. He's very hopeful that Australia tour, as Padikkal and Sarfraz have come through, even Jurel Sarfraz can play pace now. Is it established Ashwin down under?
On current form, you can't drop a Kuldeep. I'm sorry. Ash will have to make way.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Because if his batting doesn't hold up, and is it a coincidence? Ashwin's batting is dipping, but Kuldeep's is rising. It is. See, he's outperformed Ashwin with the bat in 3 tests.
No, but I don't think you're picking that second spinner, especially when you've got a Jadeja who's filling in as a batter. You're picking a second spinner as the best spinner. Yeah, and then if you have a debate whether Kuldeep is that spinner or Ashwin, that's another matter. But I don't think you're looking at the batting per se at that stage again.
A wrist spinner in Australia has always gotten better purchase.
Are you doing it? Are you playing Shardul Thakur ahead of Akashdeep or Siraj? No, na. Because you're not looking at batting in Test cricket. You're looking at your best fast bowler. Why should that have to be the case in the spinner? Look at, especially when you've got a Jadeja who's giving you with enough runs with the bat. Your second spinner has to be your best available spinner, not necessarily the best batter. And also I think you're jumping the gun in terms of his batting. You've already made up your mind his batting is declining.
It's not, he's not performed to the level that he should be in the series.
Yeah.
Which even a good solid 40 or a 30 which he used to do in the past.
That's okay, he's allowed one bad series with the bat.
Yeah, but he's not allowed a bad series with the ball.
Yes, he's not. And so you judge him with that.
So, okay, he's done well with the ball. I mean, he's gotten 2 innings. He's gotten 9 wickets, 5 in Ranchi and 4 here. So.
Anyway, he's looking at life philosophically.
Philosophically, yes.
So he could, even if you drop him, will take it in his stride.
I
still think that they'll play him.
I think they'll take a call after the 5 tests at home, which will happen. New Zealand and Bangladesh, which will happen. Because now you looked at the white ball template, it is Jaddu and Kuldeep who are delivering the goods. Is it about time that they switch even to red ball? And Australia, considering how wrist spinners do well there, and looking at Ashwin's unfortunate, very small sample size that he's had in the Sena, but still only 47 wickets, would you want to pick him?
That'll be a big call.
Tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
We'll wait and see what happens. We'll take the final question from Dr. Strange. At which position will KL Rahul bat in Test when he's back? At 5, replacing Sarfaraz?
That's the only
No,
position
I think
left.
he goes to 4.
4. If Iyer is not there.
Yeah, Iyer, so how does Iyer come? KL Rahul is your better informed batter.
You push Sarfaraz to 4, KL at 5.
No, KL bat at, what are you saying?
No.
KL will bat where Padikkal was batting, my friend. What are you guys even debating? What is that even a debate? KL comes in where Padikkal is batting. You think Sarfaraz bat ahead of KL?
But there Virat will bat, na?
No, he will.
Yeah, Virat will bat, na?
That's what I'm saying. So he.
Yeah, sorry. KL bats at 5.
Yeah.
And Sarfaraz goes to 6.
Yes.
So my point is that he cannot be batting. Sarfaraz cannot be batting ahead of KL Rahul.
Huh.
Cannot be.
He can't.
He cannot.
Because see, Shubman,
No, that's an interesting. But how does then between Sarfaraz and
Jurel? That you also have to see. If with this combination, you'll have to drop one of those.
Jaiswal, Rohit, Shubman, Virat.
No, both may have to go out. They're right. How do you? I mean, you're looking at the 11. So one Virat comes in for your number 4. Yeah. And then if KL comes in, he has to come in for Sarfaraz.
Yes, number 5 because 6 will be Jurel, 7 will be
Jadeja,
8 will be Ashwin. With this combination in this team, that's the only way.
You can't fit in both.
Yeah. Second thoughts. You cannot fit in both.
You can't.
I think he will come in for Sarfaraz.
Yes.
I think it will. It will happen.
They'll be there in the squad, but starting 11 might be difficult for them.
Yeah. But no chance of an Iyer coming in. Yeah.
No.
Not now. No. He may come into the squad, but we'll have to wait for his chance. I think Sarfaraz will be ahead.
Yeah. He will
Pretty
be.
much.
Indeed.
Fitmonk says Bazball was born in Pakistan but died in India.
Actually, Bazball
Conceived in England, born in Pakistan, buried in India.
Died in Lahore, Edgbaston, but buried in India. It's on a world tour.
That would be a better assessment.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much. End of day 2 of the Dharamshala Test match. We look forward to your company on day 3, lunchtime.
Yep.
By which time we'll know.
Innings before that.
Innings before that, yeah.
Innings before that.
Good chance of that happening. Okay, look forward to your company then. Bye, take care. Good night.
Nandri.
Shubh Ratri. Shabba Khair.
Yes.
Vanakkam.
And don't trouble your mother, eat your vegetables.
Eat a vegetable.
And
Always.
new dialogue, Virus's dialogue, life is a race. Okay.
3 dates more.
Yep. Bye-bye.